Hello, Sagittarius. This is going to be your September mid to October 1st, okay? So, Sagittarius, the first thing I hear for you guys is to let the light shine. So for some of you, it could be your porch light. It could be your emergency lights. It could be outside motion activated lights. But whatever it means for you, let your light shine. So for some of you, it could mean your own light that's within you. It can also mean what you have to offer to someone. Don't underestimate that. Don't allow somebody to think that you're not a bright enough light to shine in their life, because you are. So that is the strongest thing that I can say to Sages right now. I also can say that Sag, there is no getting away with this one. Or this is what your partner is saying, that they know they're not going to get away with something that was done, something that was mishandled, something that was done in the dark, something that was done as a secret, something that was done the wrong way. Apply that whatever way it makes sense for you. There's also something to do with traffic. So, Sagittarius, be very careful of either getting into too much traffic, going too fast in traffic, or not paying attention to those around you while you are in heavy traffic. Also, traffic coming in can be others that are coming around you, others that are wanting to see something, watch something, view something. Maybe you have your own business, maybe you have your own channel, but either way, this is definitely something that is going to attract people toward you. For someone that you dealt with in your past, even in a past relationship, for some of you, it may be a year or so back. It could be 2-3 years. For some of you, this could be very recent. But when this person messed up in the past, that is where they know that they did not get away with something or would not get away with something. They also knew that when they continue to tell you stories, lies, or whatever, to kind of deceive you, trick you, whatever, just know that they kind of knew in the back of their mind when they were doing something that you figured it out. They knew by the way you spoke to them. They knew by the questions that you asked them. They already knew they were figured out. They knew that they weren't slick enough to keep doing what they were doing. For some of you, your partner may be trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure out how now to set the record straight, so to speak. How now to get out of whatever hole they dug themselves and jumped in. For some of you, they want to speak directly to you. They don't want to speak through someone else. They don't want to share their thoughts and their emotions with other people. They want something kept very private, but at the same time, it's like they got their tail between their legs right now. It feels like this is pretty much like a puppy who knows that they did wrong, who knows they're going to get scolded or they're going to get reprimanded, or somebody's going to talk to them in a certain way to let them know that something they did wasn't acceptable. Something they did was really wrong, really cruel, and it hurt very bad. They know that. They know they hurt you. They know that. For some of you, there is communication that's coming because somebody wants to know that you're safe. Somebody wants to know that you're okay. They know they created the damage, so they're now trying to follow up to make sure that you're okay with this damage. That they didn't, completely destroy you or knock you down or cause you to lose your home or your apartment. For some of you, somebody may have owed you some money and they're not doing what they should have. They're not even attempting to reach you to pay you back, but they are trying to speak with you for whatever reason, one reason or the other. I also feel like there's somebody who is afraid that you won't allow them to come back in, that you won't accept their apology, that you won't give them another chance. They're afraid, too, that you may have moved on. You may be with someone else. For some of you, It may be like you're trying to aspire to encourage somebody to move forward, or you may be wanting to move forward in something else. For some of you, you're putting your hands down. It's kind of like you've given up. It's like you're surrendering with the white flag, like I always say. For some of you, it's like a carpet. The way the rug in your house, it lays so flat. It kind of blends in. You might have a neutral color, a light tan or whatever. It's like a neutral color and it blends in right with the walls. So it kind of all is like illuminated as one. So I'm feeling like somebody's trying to be around you, that is trying to blend in with you or blend in with your friends or blend in with your family. Somebody who's trying really hard to fit in where they feel like they don't fit in. Somebody who's wanting to take another chance with you. Somebody who's wanting to create something with you. Somebody who's wanting to build up with you. The question is, are you going to allow them? Question is, do you want them to come towards you? Do you want them to come in your life? Do you want them to spend more time with you? Do you want them to reach out to you? There is a definite light coming over the mountains, like over the horizon. This light is coming purposely to shine right over your head. This light is going to make you strong. This light is going to bring you joy. This light is going to bring you strength and hope. But I also love the fact that you may be trying to obtain a degree, trying to obtain a certification, trying to obtain something that is going to give you a different title, a different level, some more leverage, either in your employment or in your personal life. Somebody may be using sign language around you. You may know a little bit of it, but you're wanting, maybe somebody's wanting out there to go and learn more of how to do the interpretation of American Sign Language. I also feel like that somebody is definitely maybe wanting to date someone who is deaf. And you're not sure if you could because you don't know if you'd be able to communicate with them the way that you're used to. For some of you, I do feel like you're looking at a final grade, and it feels like you're getting graded on something. And I do feel like this test that you're taking, or this task that you performed, is going to get an A. So I feel it's a very high A. I think you've done very well. For some of you, you may be just getting a driver's license or just starting to take your driving course. I do feel like you will pass that with flying colors. And for some of you, I feel like you're going on a visit or a trip somewhere where you have never been. It feels like you want to go and see something. It's kind of like you decided this a while back, but maybe you haven't been able to afford it. Maybe you weren't sure if you should go. Maybe somebody else couldn't go with you at the time. But now it feels like that is coming up for you very, very quickly. For some of you around, and I don't know why I'm getting this now because this is not for then, but around December I feel like you'll be doing some airplane traveling to go see family. There's also something having to do with fire, so please be careful. Please make sure nothing is overwhelmed in a extension cord. Do not have too many items in one extension cord. Please find a way to make 2 extension cords going to 2 different outlets. Okay? No more than 3 things plugged in that extension cord, because if something is overloaded, I just feel like I smell something burning, so be careful. Fire is just be careful. Those of you too working with a gas stove, be careful the pilot light is out. Not out because I hear that the pilot light could be out causing gas vapor. So be very careful with that. Some of you who have a dog, it feels like this is a big dog, a yellow dog, a golden retriever type looking dog, or a lab, or a St. Bernard, one of them kind of dogs, big dog, is a 60 to 100-pound dog. Whoever this is, the dog's paw is really bothering them, something to do with a nail. For some of them, it could be that thumbnail, that hook nail, or whatever they call that. But get that dog checked with his nails, or there could be something in his foot. Maybe it's like attack. The dog is licking. Whoever's doing that, it's not just a skin allergy. Something's going on with that paw. For you guys, where love is concerned, from now, the middle of September to October 1st, I do feel like there's going to be a lot of challenges that you are going to face, but I feel like you're not going to have to run from them. They are going to be very easily to overcome, to deal with, and dissolve, am I saying that right? Dissolve, and get rid of, so to speak. So I don't feel like you're going to have any problem with that. For some of you, you may be dealing with either 6 people or a 6-pack. So if you're dealing with somebody who drinks a lot, that's why I see 6-pack. If you're dealing with 6 people because you have a large group that usually gets together at one time or another, I feel like this is going to be a very happy concert type of event, something coming up that you're going to very much enjoy, well, whether it's an orchestra, whether it's a play, but it is something very big coming up. And a group of you, could be 4 to 6, but I hear 6. So a lot of people are going to this. There's also going to be the opportunity for somebody to purchase a new car. That is coming up as well between the middle of September and the 1st of October. I do feel like this is in your best interest because you have been nickeled and dimed to death with the car that you do have. So I feel like it is definitely a time for a change. Although you feel like you won't be able to afford it, I do feel like you will be. I feel like you'll be able to be very careful, separate your wants from your needs, and pay things accordingly to their priority. Love is definitely on the horizon for you guys. For a lot of you, it is the past love coming back, wanting to talk, communicate, fix things, but afraid you won't forgive them. For some of you, you have a new person coming in who is going to erase all the toxins that the old person had created, and now you're going to finally start something new. By Christmas times, it feels like somebody's going to speak of commitment or engagement, so be prepared for that. It does feel like, Sag, that things are going to move up the ladder very quickly for you, and where your finances are concerned, definitely improvement coming. So be patient, stay still, and let's see what we got coming next. There's going to be amazing opportunities out there for you. I also feel like there's going to be something of multiple of colors. Something may have to do with Arizona or desert-looking colors. I keep seeing like the blues, the greens, the grays, the very pale peach kind of color. It's like all put together in one, and it looks like the sun over the horizon, so you can see such a beautiful view. For some of you, you're near the water a lot, or you're working near the water, or you just moved near the water. That feels very lucky to me. I feel like there's just luck all around you. So if you are living by water, living near water, water is around you, something feels like it's lucky. Something is going to get blessed. Something is going to come through. Surprises, changes, and new encounters. Also feel like new friendships are building, and these are going to be very strong. So be patient, because they're coming. They're all coming for you right now, starting from the time you watch this video. Things are going to grow. I don't see any negativity in your path. I see a few challenges, a few bumps, but nothing you can't handle, nothing like the past. Things are going to improve. Stay strong. Don't lose your faith. All right? So, with that being said, have a great, great rest of September, and I'll see you soon on my live.